Ever catch yourself thinking, I always mess things up? Or nothing ever goes my way? These thoughts feel real, but what if I told you they're actually lying to you? Your brain is like a storyteller, but sometimes it tells the wrong story. It exaggerates, assumes the worst, and makes you believe things that aren't true. And the worst part? Those thoughts shape how you feel, what you do, and even what you think you're capable of. But here's the good news. Just because a thought pops into your head doesn't mean you have to believe it. You can actually train your brain to reframe those unhelpful thoughts and take back control. And today, I'm going to show you how. Let's start with one of the biggest mental traps, all or nothing thinking. This is when your brain sees things in extremes. You miss a deadline, and suddenly, it's not just a mistake. It's proof that you're a failure. One bad day makes you think your entire life is a mess. Sound familiar? But here's the reality. Life isn't black and white. Making one mistake doesn't erase everything good you've done. Instead of saying, I'm terrible at this, reframe it as, I didn't do well this time, but I can improve. One keeps you stuck, the other moves you forward. Next up, catastrophizing, turning small problems into full-blown disasters. You send a text, no reply. Your brain? They hate me. I must have said something wrong. The reality? They're probably busy. Or maybe you get some constructive criticism at work, and instead of seeing it as feedback, your brain jumps straight to, I'm going to get fired. These thoughts trigger anxiety, stress, and a ton of unnecessary worry. A better thought? There's no evidence that something terrible is happening. I'll wait and see. When you stop feeding the worst-case scenario, your stress levels drop instantly. Now let's talk about the mind-reading trap. Assuming you know what others are thinking. This one's sneaky. Ever walked into a room and thought, everyone's judging me? Or maybe you assume someone is mad at you just because they seem quiet? Here's the truth. Most people are too caught up in their own thoughts to be analyzing yours. A reframe? I have no idea what they're thinking, so why assume the worst? And even if someone is judging, does their opinion actually change who you are? Probably not. Another big one? Should statements. I should be more successful by now. I shouldn't feel this way. These thoughts create unnecessary guilt. Who decided what you should be doing? Instead, try swapping should for I'd like to, or I'm working on it. It turns self-judgment into motivation. Now let's go deeper with personalization. When you blame yourself for things that aren't actually your fault. Let's say your friend is in a bad mood, and you immediately think, did I do something wrong? That's personalization in action. The truth? People's emotions are influenced by 1,000 different things. Their bad mood might have nothing to do with you. A better reframe? Their emotions are their responsibility. I don't need to take this personally. Then there's discounting the positive. You could get 10 compliments and 1 piece of criticism, but what sticks? The negative. It's like your brain refuses to acknowledge anything good. A simple reframe? Both the compliments and the criticism are just feedback. I can accept the good without ignoring areas I can improve. When you do this, you train your brain to see reality instead of filtering out the positive. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how do I actually start reframing my thoughts in the moment? Here's a simple technique, the 3-question method. Whenever you catch a negative thought, ask yourself, is this thought 100% true? Not kind of true, but absolutely without a doubt true? Is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it's just making you feel worse, why hold on to it? What's a more balanced way to look at this? Instead of, I'm a failure, try, I made a mistake, but I'm learning from it. This small shift can change everything. And remember, reframing isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about seeing reality clearly. Your thoughts are powerful, but they're not always right. When you start questioning them instead of blindly believing them, you take back control. So the next time your brain starts spinning a negative story, pause and ask, is this actually true? You'll be surprised how often the answer is no. If this helped, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more ways to train your mind to work for you, not against you.